Have you ever wondered why it happened to you? Why, out of everyone, you were the one who ended up in a relationship with a narcissist? It is not random, and it is not bad luck, and it is absolutely not your fault. But there are specific traits that act like a beacon, traits that narcissists who are wired to seek out, sometimes before you've even said a word. Today, I'm going to show you the 4 types of people that narcissists consistently target. And if you recognize yourself in any one of these, stay with me, because understanding this is a powerful first step towards protecting yourself. If this is the kind of content that speaks to where you are right now, real, honest insight for women navigating emotionally painful marriages, hit the subscribe button and the like button. And that way, new episodes will get to you every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming. So here's the first type. It's the deeply empathetic person. And I want to be very careful here. Empathy is a gift, and it is one of the most beautiful qualities a person can have. That is really the lubricant in a relationship. The ability to feel what other people feel and to sit with someone in their pain, that's beautiful. It's a gift. And narcissists know how to weaponize it. If you are someone who feels things deeply, who genuinely hurts when others hurt, who goes out of your way to understand someone's perspective even when they've hurt you, a narcissist reads that as an open invitation. They know that when they are cruel, you will look for a reason to excuse it or minimize it. When they are cold, you'll try harder to warm them up. You'll extend the olive branch. And when they apologize, even insincerely, you'll believe them because you know what it feels like to mean it. So your empathy is not the problem. The problem is a person who's learned to exploit it. Type 2, the rescuer, the fixer, the person who sees someone and thinks, I can help them. I can love them into wholeness. They've had a tough life. If this is you, you're probably drawn to your partner because you saw something wounded in them early on. Maybe it's a difficult childhood or a painful past, a difficult previous relationship, at least according to them. A vulnerability that they let you see just long enough to pull you in. And something in you said, I can help. Narcissists are extraordinarily skilled at presenting early brokenness. And it's not even consciously manipulated in most cases. It's unconscious pattern. They unconsciously know and recognize that certain people, compassionate, strong, and caring people, will rise to meet it. But here's the hard truth. You cannot rescue someone who does not believe they need rescuing. And a narcissism, at his core, believes the world, including you, exists to serve them, not the other way around. This one may hit hard. The overly positive person. This one is especially common in faith communities, unfortunately. So I want to be totally honest about it. If you're raised to see the best in people, to pray and believe that God can do miracles, and to speak life into relationships, even when circumstances tell a different story. Again, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful foundation. And it can also make it very hard to name what you're actually experiencing as toxic. Overly positive people tend to minimize red flags early on. They reframe cruelty as a bad day. They interpret control as protectiveness. And they call isolation, he just loves our family time. They spiritualize emotional abuse as a cross to bear. Some narcissists count on this. They count on your optimism keeping you in place long enough for the patterns to feel normal. Hear this really clearly. Faith is not the same as denial. Trusting God does not require you to pretend that harmful behavior is not harmful. Let that sink. All right, here's number 4. People who have been have been in relationship with narcissistic people previously. This one is maybe the most important one to understand, and it is the one that carries the most shame for people, for women, when they discover it. This is the person who's already been in relationship with a narcissist, whether that was a previous romantic partner or a parent. So if you grew up in a home where one or both parents were narcissistic, you were conditioned from childhood, groomed, a little bit more difficult word. You learned that love comes with conditions, that your feelings are secondary, and that keeping the peace is your job. And so you learned that chaos is normal and calm is suspicious and means that it's just a matter of time before the other shoe drops. And so when you become an adult, you did not walk into a narcissistic relationship by an accident. You walked into it because it was unconsciously familiar, not comfortable, familiar. And the way this works is our nervous system is drawn to what we know, even if what we know is painful. So this is not weakness, and it's definitely not stupidity. This is how trauma shapes us. The good news, and I want you to receive the good news, is that what was learned can be unlearned. The patterns that were written into you early in life can absolutely be rewritten. But it takes intentional work, and you don't have to do it alone. You need to know that. You don't have to figure this out yourself. So let's recap the 4 types of people that narcissists consistently target. The deeply empathetic, the rescuer, the overly positive, and those who have had already experienced narcissistic relationships, either romantically or a parent. If you saw yourself in any of these, I want you to hear this clearly. Recognizing the pattern is not a reason for shame, but it is the potential beginning of something different if you choose. You were not created to live in an emotional chaos, and you were not designed to spend your life managing someone else's mood, walking on eggshells and wondering what version of your husband is going to come through the door today. There is a path to feeling calm, clear, and emotionally safe again. And this is exactly how we help accomplished professional women. If you're ready to take the first step, I have a link down below where you can sign up and join the free Detox Your Marriage community. It's a beautiful, safe space guided by us. There's another link where you can schedule a call, just a brief call, no pressure, no pitch, nothing for sale, speaking directly with me, where we'll take some time to understand your unique dynamic and take some time to map out what change would look like. It's just a real conversation with somebody that gets it, somebody that understands. If this video helped you today, click the subscribe button, click the like button, drop a comment down below, and why don't you share it with a woman in your life who needs to hear it? You might not know who that is, but you know what? She's out there. Okay? I'm Dr. Don, and I'll see you in the next video.